Today we are going to start our discussion about the chapter 9 ray optics and optical instrument in part 2. Okay, now already you learned about this chapter in 10th standard. Now weightage of this chapter in 12th standard in Gujarat board is of 9 marks, 3 questions of 1 marks plus 1 question of 2 marks and 1 question of 4 marks is asked. Therefore, the total weightage of this chapter is 9 marks, total questions are 5. Okay. Now, most of the part of this chapter already you learned in 10th standard. We start our discussion about what is the phenomena of reflection. Already we know that in our daily life the reflection is take place. Now, the phenomena in which a light is incident on an opaque and shining surface and this light is reflected back in the same medium. This phenomena is called the reflection. Again, what is the reflection? The phenomena in which the ray of light incident on opaque and shining surface and then return back in the same medium. Such phenomena is known as the reflection. Here, now PQ is the reflecting surface or the shining surface. Here, the AB is the ray of light. That is not normal incident. That is the incident at such angle. Therefore, that is the oblique ray of light. It incident on surface PQ at point B. Point B is the point of incidence. So at whatever the angle this ray of the light is incident, the same angle that is the reflect in the same medium. So in this figure, AB is the incident ray. Now BC is the reflected ray. Now, what is the MA? MA is the normal diagonal on the surface at point of incidence. Now, MA is normal at point of incidence on the surface. Okay. The angle made by the incident ray with the normal. That means the AB makes an angle with this normal that is known as the angle of incidence or the incidence angle. Now, the same way, the reflected ray makes an angle with the normal. That is known as the reflected angle or the angle of reflection. On the base of this, what are the laws of the reflection? The first law is that the angle of incidence and angle of reflection are same. That means I is equal to R. At whatever the angle the light is incident, at the same angle that is the reflect in the same medium. Okay. Now the second law, the incident ray, reflected ray and normal diagonal at point of incidence are in same plane. Again, the incident ray, reflected ray and normal diagonal at point of incidence on the surface are in one plane or the same plane. So there is the law, second law. Here the two laws again, the angle of incidence and angle of reflection are same and second law, the incident ray, reflected ray and normal diagonal at point of incidence are in same medium. Okay. Now here, today we are going to discuss the reflection by mirror. So first we need to know that what is the mirror, how the mirror is prepared. Daily we are using in our daily life the plain mirror. We are daily used to see our face in the body. Okay, now the mirror, here the spherical mirror. Mirrors are two types. One is the plain and second is the spherical mirror. Spherical mirror are also two types. One is concave mirror and second is the convex mirror. Okay, now how the spherical mirrors are prepared. So spherical mirrors are prepared from a hollow spherical cell. Hollow spherical cell of a glass. If the some part of this glass cell is cut, suppose this part is cut. So there is the spherical curvature. Now, which type of the mirror we require. According to that, we have to make the cladding. That means the any one side is making the reflective. So we can prepare the required spherical mirror, either concave or the convex. Now the spherical mirror are two types, concave and convex. In concave mirror, if the inner surface of the spherical surface is made reflecting, if the inner surface of the spherical mirror is made reflecting, such mirror is known as a concave mirror. Like this shape, it is the part of hollow spherical glass shell. This part is cut and inner surface is made reflecting. Therefore, this mirror is known as the concave mirror. Outer side is not reflective. Okay. Now the same way, what is the convex mirror? If the outer surface of a spherical mirror is made reflecting, now the same portion is cut from the hollow spherical shell, but here the outer surface is made reflecting. Inner surface is not reflecting. Therefore, this mirror is known as the convex mirror. Now, for the reflection by spherical mirror, after discussion about the two types of the mirror, here the concave and convex mirror, the some term we have to define. Now, for that purpose, we have to define the following term for a mirror. First, what is the pole? Pole of a mirror, that means the center of the reflecting surface is known as the pole of the mirror. Now, the center of the reflecting surface is known as pole of a mirror. In case of a concave mirror, P is this. In case of a convex mirror, P is this. Clear this? Okay. Now, second is, what is the center of curvature? What is the center of curvature? Keep in mind that because on the base of the center of curvature, we have to also discuss about what is the radius of curvature. Center of curvature. Actually, here this mirror is the some part of a hollow spherical shell like this. What is the center of this spherical shell? That is the C point. This C point is known as the center of curvature of the mirror. Again, now, our concave or the convex mirror are the part of hollow spherical shell. The center of a hollow spherical shell from which the mirror is cut is known as the center of curvature of a mirror. Okay. Now, after that, what is the distance between the P and C? What is the distance between the P and C? The distance between the pole of mirror and center of curvature, that is known as the radius of curvature of a mirror. Actually, that is the radius of a spherical shell from which the mirror is cut. And that is also the radius of curvature of a mirror, either the concave or the convex mirror. Again, the distance between the pole and center of curvature of a mirror is known as the radius of curvature, that is denoted by capital R. Okay. Now, next definition is that what is the principal axis of the mirror? The imaginary line passing through the pole P and center of the curvature. The imaginary line passing through the pole P and center of curvature. The same manner for convex mirror, the imaginary line passing through the pole P and center of curvature, that is known as the principal axis. That is known as principal axis. Okay. Now, after that, what is the principal focus at? Principal focus at, first thing we discussed for the concave mirror. When the parallel is parallel to the principal axis are incident on a concave mirror. So after the reflection, they are really meet on a point on the principal axis. This point is known as the principal focus. Again, the definition is quite lengthy. Now we are going to step by step to keep in mind that because that is the most important. When the parallel is, these rays are parallel to the principal axis. Okay, incident on a concave mirror. After the inflection, they must pass to the single point of a principal focus. So this point is known as the principal focus. How we enter in the work? So the point on a principal focus at which the rays parallel to the principal axis are really meet after the reflection. This point at which the parallel rays meet after the reflection, that is known as the principal focus. While in case of the convex mirror, not really meet. When the parallel rays are incident on a convex mirror. At this time what's happened? So after the reflection, so these rays, incident rays, are diverse in the same medium. Not meet at any point on the principal focus, but we know that is appear to meet as the extent this reflected ray in back direction, so they appear to meet at a point, and this point is known as the principal focus in case of a convex mirror. Therefore, the combined definition of the both mirror is that the point on a principal axis at which the rays parallel to principal axis really meet in case of a concave mirror and appear to meet in case of a convex mirror is known as the principal focus. Clear there? Okay, again we repeat what is the F in both cases quite different. Again, the point on a principal axis at which the parallel rays to the principal axis really meet in case of a concave mirror and appear to meet in case of a convex mirror after the reflection is known as the principal focus. Now, after that, what is the focal length? The distance between the pole and principal focus. This distance here is known as the focal length. Here in the same case, in case of a convex mirror, distance between the P and F is the focal length of the mirror. The distance between the principal focus F and pole P is known as the focal length of the mirror. Okay. After that, what is the paraxial here? Paraxial rays. That is the important definition frequently asked in 1 marks question. The most of the students write the wrong answer. Paraxial ray is not a parallel ray, but there is the parallel rays, but very close to the principal axis are known as the paraxial ray. All parallel rays are not paraxial, but all paraxial are parallel rays. Again, what is that? The parallel rays very close to the principal axis are known as the paraxial rays. And after that, the last terminology, there is the aperture for the mirror. The diameter of the reflecting spherical surface or the reflecting surface is known as the aperture. Now, this diameter of a reflecting surface is known as the aperture of a mirror. Because this surface is only helpful to get the reflection or to get the image of an object. So that is known as the aperture. So these 8 terms are very important to understand our imaging theory. Okay. Now sign convention. What is the importance of the sign convention in reflection and also the objects? Because in numerical, frequently we are using the object distance, image distance, radius of curvature, and principal focus or the focal length. For that purpose, here either there is positive or negative, there is difference. So how we take the positive or negative? For that purpose, first thing, all the distances are measured from the pole of a mirror. Already we discussed about the pole of a mirror. All the distances are measured from the pole of the mirror. Now, first law is that the distance in the same direction of incident ray is considered as a positive and in opposite direction are considered as a negative. Like this way, there is this mirror, there is the concave mirror. If the rays are incident in this direction, there is a pole P. So in this direction, all the distances are considered positive. that is the direction of incident ray. And in opposite direction, all the distances are considered as a negative. Okay, again, there is the direction of incident ray. The rays coming from the object is placed in front of the mirror. So here is the direction of incident ray. If the distances are measured from the pole P in the same direction of incident ray are considered positive. Now in opposite direction of incident ray are considered negative. Now the second rule is that distances, that means the height, above the principal axis are considered positive and below the principal axis are considered as a negative. That means as we measure the distance in this direction upward, so this distance are considered positive. Considered positive. And if the distances are measured in downward direction, that means below the principal axis are considered as a negative. So here these two sentences are important to take the positive or negative for the object distance means distance and also the height of an object and height of an image. Again we repeat, if the distances are in the same direction of incident ray are considered positive and in opposite direction are considered negative. And the distances above the principal axis are considered positive and below the principal axis are considered negative. Generally, upward direction and downward direction distances are measured to measure the height of object and height of an image. Okay. Now, after that, most important question for the 2 marks. Frequently, there is asked obtain the relation between the focal length small f and radius of curvature capital R for a mirror. Both type of the mirror, this relation is right, or this question is also asked in that form. For a spherical mirror, you get capital R is equal to 2 into small f, or small f is equal to R by 2. The weightage of this question is 2 marks. Okay. So, what is the answer of this question? For that purpose, okay, now, what is the answer of this question to obtain the relation between the radius of curvature capital R and principal focal length M? For that purpose, as shown in the figure, what is the C? C is the center of curvature of a concave mirror. In both cases or both type of the mirror, this relation is right. Therefore, C is the center of curvature of a mirror. Now, CM. As we connect the C and M, that becomes the normal to the mirror at point M. Therefore, the CM is normal at M on the mirror. Now, a parallel incident at point M on a concave mirror, and after the reflection, it must pass through the principal focus. Therefore, the reflected ray is MM. A parallel incident at M of a mirror and reflected as MM. Okay. Now, what is the angle of incidence? The angle of incidence is that the angle made by the incident ray with the normal. So this angle is known as the angle of incidence. Therefore, the angle of incidence is theta. And angle of reflection, the angle made by the reflected ray is MM. This makes the angle with the normal is also theta. Therefore, the angle of reflection is angle CMF is theta. Now, from the geometry of the figure, this angle is theta, so this angle is also theta. Therefore, angle MCF is also theta. Okay. Now we consider this triangle CMF. For this triangle, angle MFP or the D, that is an exterior angle. Again, for this triangle CMM, the angle MFP is an exterior angle. Therefore, angle MFP is equal to theta plus theta, that means the 2 theta. So there is the 2. Now, what is the MD? This MD. This MD is normal dO1 on principal axis. There is the normal dO1 on principal axis from the point M of the mirror. Okay, now, therefore, MD is normal to the principal axis for triangle MDC. This triangle MDC. This angle is theta. Therefore, tan theta is equal to MD upon CD. MD upon CD, that is equation 1. And now second triangle, MDF. This triangle. Tan theta is equal to MD upon FD. MD upon FD. Now, here we consider that this parallel ray is the axial ray. Axial ray that is very close to the principal axis. Therefore, this angle theta and 2 theta are very small. Therefore, we consider tan theta is equal to approximate theta and tan 2 theta is also approximate 2 theta. And also, if the incident ray is axial, therefore this distance FD is same as the FP and CD is also the same as CP as R. Now we substitute this concept in equation 1 and 2. Therefore, theta is equal to MD upon CD. CD is equal to R and 2 theta is equal to MD upon FD, but the FD is equal to F. So, this equation we compare the equation 1 and 2. Therefore, theta is equal to, in this case, 2 theta is equal to MD upon F. Substitute the value of theta. Therefore, 2 into MD upon R is equal to MD upon F. MD cancel out. Therefore, 2 upon capital R is equal to 1 upon F. Take the reciprocal. Therefore, F is equal to R by 2. Or in other words, R is equal to 2M. So, this is the relation between the radius of curvature and principal focal length of a mirror, and this relation is also valid for both type of the mirror, convex and concave. Clear? કેટલી મિનિટ